Right, so hello and welcome to this stream today. We're going to be having a look at Bitcoin. We'll have a look at what's currently going on. We've had a bit of a drop throughout the markets this morning. We do know that today's is the contract expiries for Bitcoin and for Ethereum. So we'll have a look at both pairs and then we'll just do a bit of freestyle, ask some questions regards to any alts that you have, and have a look at them in terms of price analysis and have a look where we can go, because here you can see right hand side we are dropping a fair bit. So what we're going to have a look at is some price levels that we could reach at some stage. So welcome everybody to the stream. If you're new here, smash that like button, make sure that you are subscribed, and we'll crack straight on. So Bitcoin, we know that we did hit down to his 30k region. I wasn't expecting it to break through that region, to be honest. If you go back in time, looking on the weekly time frame, we've not had a closure below then since pretty much the end of last year. So pretty much 2021 has never been below that level, and to be honest, I think I can see it holding up there. Looking at a 4-hour time frame though, we have had a relief rally, but 40k has been a tough nut to crack. I think we tested it twice, come back up, actually 3 times we've tested 40k, and then we've rejected, and it looks like we're coming down to this 618 level here. So that's at 34,812. hopefully we get there and then we bounce. We do not want it to come further down and retest these levels, especially this 30k region. If we come back down there, I'll be a bit pissed off, to be honest, because I thought that we did have a nice relief bounce. So overall, I think this hopefully could be the area to load up before we do start push on, because contract expiries are today, and Bitcoin contract expiries are sitting around 38-39k. So you would expect that when America wakes up later on, but you might get a little bit of positive price action, because currently down at 34-35k is not the level where you want the contract expiries to be in place. So looking at that, I think that is the key level to go for. I'll tell you what, I just want to put my MACD on. I've not had it on for a while. Yeah, so on the 4-hour time frame, we actually was coming towards that bearish phase. Anyway, if you look at the MACD, we pretty much had that bearish cross there yesterday, was it? Or this morning we had that bearish cross, and now that is showing on the MACD coming down. If you just look at that on the daily though, it's looking like that is about to come to an end. So we may have a couple of days of volatility before potentially kicking back up towards Monday or Sunday and then pushing on, because I think the last 2 Sundays have been shit at morning and then we've kind of recovered in the late evening. So hopefully that can happen again. It is looking like we've got a potential bullish cross forming down here, and the MACD on the bearish phase is running out of steam. So fingers crossed we can get a push to the upside soon. I know the upside push has not been too much over the course of the last few months, but fingers crossed we can get up into that bullish side of histogram and really start to push on. Morning everybody in chat, how are we all doing? Like I say, if you drop some projects you'd like me to cover in comments, I'll try and get to them. This stream's going to be about 45 minutes to an hour-ish. So yeah, so in terms of Bitcoin, that's the level I'm looking for, down at that 34,800. Might actually set up a long on there if I've got a few spare funds laying around, but we'll have a look at that in a bit. Yeah, so that is my region I'm looking for. In terms of ETH, we could pretty much do the same scenario. I was looking at this bullish pendant that we had forming on the 4-hour time frame, but we've actually broke to the downside. So that to me confirms that we could potentially go down to fill this region down here at 2,178. But we do know that, let's tell you what, I'll look on CoinGecko. I think the volume on Ethereum is still a lot higher than BTC. Just managed to load today. If we go below 30k, is it a bear market? Potentially, yeah. I mean, 30k is a key level. Yeah, so actually Bitcoin just pushed above Ethereum in terms of volume. I think for the last few days it was way above it. So in terms of Ethereum, good chance that we may come down and test. I mean, we bounced back up for that 382 level there. Good chance we may come down here. As you can see on the MACD, again, that is a bearish phase now. We've had that bearish cross and things might start to get a little bit nasty for a few days before we do start to push on. Almost a weekend it is, mate, and unfortunately I'm back to work, so I'm working all weekend. Yeah, I covered DOT as well. Actually, going back to Ethereum, yeah. So this is the area I'm looking for potentially, if the market does allow. If we come down to this level, I think I might open some longs, and the same with BTC. If we come down to this region here at 34,800, I might open some longs too. We're not a million miles off it. We're at 35,300 and pop back up. If you look at my lower time frames, we've had a bit of a bounce here, double bottom, so we might go up before we come down, but that is a region I'm looking at. Just depends though, doesn't it? I mean, you never know what you're going to get in this market. The daily time frame to me looks like we're about to tick bullish, but the lower time frames look bearish, so who knows what's going to happen there. But fingers crossed we can get a bit of a bullish momentum once this contract expiry has fucked off, basically. So let's have a look at some altcoins. We're going to start off with Zilliqa. These are some buy zones. I did a price analysis video on Zilliqa yesterday, I think, for learning crypto. So these are two buy zones I highlighted. We've actually dropped through at 382 level, and if you're looking for buys on Zilliqa, I think there's been a bit of shit with Zilliqa as well, really. I mean, we've had that upgrade, which has been a bit of a nightmare this week, so people aren't being able to do transactions. And the XCAD has not had the best launch, has it? We had to put a statement out confirming a load of stuff. Basically, it went up to something like $22, and now it's currently $2, so a little bit of flapping going on there, so it's taking out on the ZIL network, as you can see, 18% down, which is it's quite a lot for a daily candle so far. So if you're looking for some buys, you might get some filled down there at 9.4 cents. Can I talk about EGLD? Yes, I'll have a look at EGLD soon, and also have a look at Tencent as well. I'll have a look at them next, actually. So yeah, Zilliqa, that's where I'd look to buy at 9.47 cents. If we do get a major shakedown, you know you've got this level here too. But hopefully we do not push down to that level, because I think it's just a bit of a volatile day due to contract expiries. So this is Tencent. It was looking like we're holding that $5 line for a while quite nicely. Where is it? There. And then we actually dropped through it now. I mean, probably got a big sell there. Let's have a look on, have I got uniswap on here? Let's have a look at Tencent. Ranked 137, which is crazy. Update details have been updated now. $6.4 million liquidity. It was up at around 7.2 earlier on. We're having a little bit of a sell-off now. I'll just look to see if there's any big sell orders come through. Nothing major. I know we had a big drop, so I'd expect him to be quite a big sell at some stage. Ah, there you go. Is it? No, it's not. Nothing major, Evan. So all's okay. I mean, in terms of price analysis, you need to have a look on the, let's have a look on 4 hour. Have a look at some buys on this chart, because you know when things are going up and in price discovery, you'd always expect a little bit of a pullback. People always sell, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But if you're looking for some buys, I think this is the level here. If you're looking to get into Tencent, I think you can look at pretty much 449. I think it'd be a nice level. You can see we've hit those highs. It does look like we've got a rollover now. So that could indicate that we are going to pop to the downside, but you can see that rollover there. Change that colour. Rollover there. We might then pop down, hit that level, and then pop back up. So that is a potential setup with Tencent. But let's just monitor that price and see what goes on. Christ, somebody just hammered a chat with the word pink. Hi, user. See you later. Right, yeah, so that's potential setup with Tencent. We are rolling over, potentially pick some orders up here at 449 and then push on. Navido has been absolutely savage recently, but that's nothing to worry about, to be honest. I mean, selling does happen. We've pretty much created him all-time highs, 107. I know there was a big whale who was holding quite a lot of EV though, and have been selling them off gradually. Once they've sold out though, I think the price will start to move on. I mean, it looks like we have bounced down here at 13 cents. So if it's going to the 15 minute and have a look at that, yeah, we've bounced within this region here. And candles are horrible. But if you're looking for some buys, I would still target this region here. At around 21 cent is a good area to buy. Currently at 23 cent. Let's go back to 10 cent. Could you have a look at Biffy Finance? Never heard of that, mate. Contract expiry. So Bitcoin and Ethereum are traded by institutional investors on CME futures. If we just take a look at that, so they have contracts a little bit like you know, if you trade futures. So this is a CME group. This is where pretty much institutions trade Bitcoin. If we look at a quote, see what's going on here. So these are premiums. If we're looking at May currently, that's the price what they're expecting it to be. So the highs are 39,100 and lows of 35,500. I can see it closing within this region, to be honest, today at around 38,800, but we just need to monitor that price and see what goes on. Fucking hell. What's with all pink? So yeah, these if you look at all these on the left hand side, these are contracts for Bitcoin. As you can see, the last price, change in price where they want it from, and that's the settlement price. So hopefully we can see it settle within this price today around 38k. So jumping back to some charts, we'll have a look at VeChain and we'll I'll go through some questions in chat. If you've got any questions regards to pretty much anything crypto related, just fire them in the chat and we'll go from there. Again, two buy zones here I highlighted from yesterday's video. This was the first 1382 level. I always say if you're looking to buy a project, never lump all one order in this area, ladder them down. So I would have expected orders anywhere from 11 cent down to 0.94. So that is the orders there. So fingers crossed. Carl, yeah, that's not expected. I mean, it could be a lot higher than that. That's just what people are bidding at a minute. But this is a buy zone I would look at 0.94 cent. Hopefully all these alts can hit these 61% retracement levels and start to push back up. Any key support levels of crypto market cap? So that's total 2. I'll have a look at the one without Bitcoin. So this is total 2. Looking at a daily time frame. Where have we been before? I think we did we do a 61% retracement? Yeah, if you look at that entire move there, we're pretty much at that 61% retracement at 64.7 billion. Massive drop that off from the top. We have had a good reaction. We're coming back up. I would say, if you're looking at some levels, this could be a potential area of support. If you look at all these wicks, 1, 2, 3, 4, we had about 6 wicks within this range. So that could be the main area of support before things do start to push on. Yeah, so that's the area I'd say, to be honest. I'm wrong side of the screen. Yeah, I've swapped it because somebody said they couldn't see the prices aren't right, so we're sticking to this side for now. Yeah, SwissBorg have started that premium now. I've locked mine up for 12 months now. Have I got SwissBorg on here? Have a look at premium. So this is what you get. You have to lock 2,000 up. Currently, how much are they worth? Currently 75 cents, so you need 2,000 M, so you're just talking less than $2,000. But yeah, if you lock 2,000 up, you manage to get these amounts in USDC. 11.25% returns paid out daily. So I'm currently getting an amount daily. It compounds back in, but if you're wanting to pull out your rewards, it literally just takes 24 hours. You click it and then you get your yield back the day after. You can pull it out in parts. So for example, if you've been staking $10,000 for a few months and you made, I don't know, $400 or $500, you can just pull that $400 out, or pull out whatever you want. Just give it your, make sure you click on the yield, and then it just takes 24 hours to go back into your wallet and you can do what you want with it. What do you think of VeChain right now? I think VeChain is exactly the same as all other altcoins. They're just doing exactly the same. All alts are just getting pretty much dictated by BTC. We have had a good relief bounce off this area down here. We'll just look down at this level. I think we're on a key level of support here at 50%. If we come down, this is the next level at 9.4 cents. I don't get what this Richard Simmons is doing other than being annoying. If anyone's got any projects like me to cover, take me a look. Saw my BTC and bought Safe Moon. Bloody hell. Can it dump to 33k? It sure can. We're not even a million miles off, but I can see it just going down to that region there. 33k is that 786 level. So that's a possibility as well. You can mark it up. But to me, this is the area we need to target. Let's have a look at Matic. I know Matic's been doing it. Did a very good bounce back from those. Look at that, pretty much a big V. So yeah, we did a good bounce. We dropped all the way down to 75 cents, pushed back up. Pretty much hit 243 and then we're coming back down. It's looking like this level I've marked up last time, this red level here at 169, is probably the next major area of support. So let's have a look at this latest move from here. We'll have a look at some buy zones. Well, we've tapped that 786 level to perfection, so that could signify that it's a bottom. But if we do come down, you could pretty much look at the entire move here. So from the bottom of a move to the top of a move, I mean, you could look at this golden ratio level here for his potentially target at 138. That could be a nice level, but let's just monitor it and see what goes on. 28k, time to buy. I can't see it going below 30k, to be honest. Can't see it at all. Yeah, is Reef mainnet today? I've seen that. Yeah, so I can see potentially Matic coming down to this level, or some of these red levels I've marked. We've already bounced off this one at 169. Then we've got 152. Then 139 could be a good level for you to potentially get him. Yeah, there could be more retracement this weekend. We know about entire 2021. We've had good weeks, and then the weekends have just absolutely dumped, haven't they? And things have just dropped like a lead balloon. So we just need to see what's going on with that. Fingers crossed we do get a bounce soon. Like I say, the Bitcoin contract expires sat around 38k, and we're not a million miles off that, to be honest. I think we might get a good bounce off this region down here, and then push up, fingers crossed. Is this sloping line on the Fibonacci giving it support when I'm looking at Fibonacci? Yeah, I mean, it could do. Sometimes it is, that's the trend line with it, with inside the Fib, but I just turn it off, to be honest. I never use it. I just look at Fib levels. Let's have a look at the Ethereum FOMO actually. How is that doing? Fear and greed. 21%, so it's dropped since yesterday. As you can see, that pullback from these levels here has pretty much put a little bit of fear back into the market again. Right, let's have a look at Polkadot, and a few people mentioning that. Not been much going on really. It looks like a bit of a consolidation period now, to be honest. We dropped all the way down to $13. I remember somebody in I think Edward managed to pick some up, didn't he, at that level. But if you're looking at MACD on the 4 hour, it's looking quite bearish, to be honest. We're just about to get a bearish cross, so that could signify that we're going to get a couple of days of bearishness, which would signify the weekend is coming up too. So that might be something to take into consideration. If you're looking for some buys on Polkadot, we need to have a look at this level really. 848 could be a good level to target. I reckon he is as well. Imagine having that many accounts and just coming on and typing pink. Surely you've got something better to do with your life. Need a chat moderator to deal with fucking Richard Simmons. Sado. Yeah, so in terms of DOT, it's coming down to this, I reckon, at 1848. Just have a look at the MA, see what they're doing. I use the 8 and the 21. Let's have a look at my daily, actually. Yeah, we've been pretty much a bearish phase since back then. We've been close to getting some crosses, but yes. I mean, if you look at that, though, the MACD on the daily is looking like we could potentially, over the next week, start to push up. If we get a cross on those moving averages, things might start to look good and then push on. Can Matic reach $1.20? It always can, depending how Bitcoin keeps dropping. Where's Matic? Where's $1.20? There. I mean, we are known for doing massive retracements once we. That, I can't believe how much I recovered, to be honest. I'm guessing now that the market's looking a little bit ropey, you're going to get a bit of selling pressure going in towards this dip, in towards these contracts expiries. So let's just monitor it. So one project is doing well today. Theta, that's doing quite well. That's T-Fuel. There's a go. Theta. That's doing well on a BTC pair. Not doing so well on the USDT pair. DOT has been very quiet for a while, I agree, mate. It's what we need is power chains to come out. It's still a way off yet, I think. What's your opinion on PaxG as a stablecoin? Never used it really. Is it pegged to gold, that? But yeah, DOT has been very quiet. I think it's just in a bit of a lull, isn't it, before absolute carnage breaks out at some stage. Just need to monitor that though. I'm looking at some projects. So today we have got the launch of Turnoa, which is a Polkadot parachain, which is actually on their testnet website. So I think I'm looking at buying some of that. There you go, Matt, I've added you. What's listed on SwissBorg? Oh, pegged to gold, yeah. Oh, I didn't know it listed on SwissBorg. I'm from Lancashire. I'm actually from Yorkshire, but I live in Lancashire now. What's your opinion on GRT? So I was holding GRT for about 6-7 months. And I just got bored of it and I sold it recently. It's not much news. I wasn't following it, to be honest. So I just lost a bit of interest in it and sold it. slight profit, like 30% or something daft, but is this drop reaction to the latest loan attack? I'm not too sure what you mean, mate. Can BT dump to... let's have a look. BTC is heading down that way, isn't it? I've got 34,800 marked up on my chart. I'm West Yorkshire, buddy. Ponte Carlo. Yeah, this is what I'm monitoring now for Bitcoin. I'm just... inevitably, whatever Bitcoin does, it's going to drag the market either way. As you can see, it's dropping. And you look to the right hand side, it's pretty much a bloodbath for all the projects I'm holding. But dips are for buying. If you've got some stable assets in place, then get rid of them and potentially look at topping up. That Richard Simmons is fucking annoying, isn't it? Leeds is in Yorkshire. I'm close to Leeds. I was. So let's put BTC on 5 minute and watch that. Let's see if we can come down and tap this level. This is a region I'm looking for. Maybe if we get down to that region, we could potentially open a long. Maybe, I don't know, 5% stop loss. Try and target some high levels up. That guy is nuts. Are you in ADA? I'm not in ADA, I'm just... it were either Polkadot or ADA for me, and I just prefer Polkadot. I like what they're doing. Seems a little bit too complex ADA for me, to be honest. Morning, Dan, buddy. I've not touched on Richard Simmons' mum. Should have shot BTC now. Well, it's not looking good, but looking on the 5 minute, it's having a little bit of reaction to this region here. 35,300. Potential cross on and moving averages coming in, but I'm still looking at this region here. If you zoom out on the, it's that golden ratio, that 618 level, so it's a potential area that you could drop in at some stage. What's going on with the market? Volatile Fridays, that's what's going on with the market. Options, it's the end of the month, so contracts and futures contracts are expiring. He does love pink. The support at 34800 is a Fibonacci. If you look at this, the golden ratio 618. I do a lot of my trading and investments according to Fibonacci. If you look at that from the top to the bottom, it gives you some levels on the right, and I always target this all. If you look all the way through, it's actually wicked to perfection on it there. So that level there, actually bounced off it as well. It's used as support here. So to me, I think that could be a good potential level to hit before it does start to push up. How are we doing, Ryan, mate? I don't really look into the meme stocks or GME or anything like that, to be honest, mate. I used to trade gas and oil stocks, the exploration ones, probably in 2015-16. Then I just saw more money to be made in crypto, and I probably got fucking rugged more times in stocks than I did in crypto. Good call that, Phil. I mean, wait until Monday, Tuesday. Probably your best option. Richard's back. Oh, Pinky. never looked at silver, mate. I was trading when I first come to crypto. I tried a little bit of forex and try and swing in some gold and silver, XAU and XAG, but I would dog shit at it. I'm not the best trader, to be honest. I'm more of an investor. Here's a bell end, isn't it? Did you ask a question back up there, Matt? Let's have a look. Can't see because fucking... Oh, there you go. Should I expect KSM to go like DOT at some point? Yeah. Both solid projects, aren't they? I think they'll do well long term. Watching from India. Welcome, buddy. Has he been 7 yet, has he? Come on, Richard Simmons, mix it up a bit. Can EISDL survive a potential bear market? It's a new project, isn't it? I mean, it's had a fucking crap start. Didn't live up to many of the promises, did they? But shit happens, doesn't it? I mean, look at that for a sell-off. Basically like a rug pull. That's a nasty looking chart. 92% from our highs at 174 all the way down to 12 cents. That's absolutely disgusting, isn't it? It is basically like a rug pull. I think a lot of people, though, they didn't get that 1000% API what they were looking for, sold up and moved on. Last account. Oh, you've managed to get through them all. Yeah, I would be. I think I would worry if BTC went below 30k, to be honest, mate. Fortunately, I didn't put a lot into this. I think I only put about 2k, so it's down a fair old chunk. It's probably the worst performing asset in my portfolio, EISDL. BTC's back on up. If anyone's ever interested in watching this, by the way, this is AGGR.trade. This shows you all the Bitcoin orders over $100,000. It's quite good to watch, actually. Quite addictive as well. 100k. End it year, maybe? What do you reckon? Which coin to buy right now? There's a fucking lot of good assets out there that are on discount now. If I had some spare money laying around, I'd probably be topping up on DOT at 20. I think DOT at $20 is a steal. VeChain at 10 cent, absolute bargain. Zilliqa at 10 cent. Zilliqa's got a lot going on. That ecosystem over the next few years is going to be massive, and I think we'll look back at some stage in the next few years and thinking, Jesus Christ, why didn't we get into Zilliqa at 10 cent? I think it'll be massive. Pink. Should I have a look at Litecoin? I've not looked at Litecoin for ages. Yeah, I've looked at how many I want after this. Just remind me if I forget. Looks like it's just come into that bearish phase now. On the we had a crossover on the moving average, so I would expect this is going to come down. If you're looking for some buys on Litecoin, I'd target here 153. I think there's a good chance. We're currently using this 382 level of support at 174, but I think there's a good chance it may come down and fill this order. If I just put a 50% on as well, that could also be a level at 163. So maybe if you're looking to place some orders, ladder a few down here, away from 174 down to 173, and I think there could be some good areas for you to place some orders and get some filled up. What was my sound playlist? Just some royalty free chill up on this one. on Spotify. Yeah, so I think if you do hit that level, and then you can spin around, and then you can look at targeting these levels for take profits on the way back up. So if you get some orders filled at 153, maybe look at taking some profit at 209, and then you've got some weekly resistance here at 240. So that could be some good levels. All these coins look so similar with what's going on in market. BTC just leading everything at the minute. Looks like it's coming down to 8.1 cent. I think that'll be a nice area for you to target. So look at my daily. That's your first major target at 13.6 cent. I've already marked it up before. I think once we do eventually come out of this downtrend, because we are trending down, we had a bit of a relief pop here, but we've started to push back down again. So I think hopefully, I'm guessing that's the bottom this region here at 5.8 cent where we're wicked down. Hopefully we don't come down again. Looking to test this 8.1 cent and then flip round and push on. SNTVT, I've not covered that in a while actually. Still holding that. That's a major growth recently, aren't we? From pretty much January this year. 2,700% move, but as you can see, we've had a major pullback now. Which most coins have done, to be honest. Looks like we're using that, this area support now. I don't think we'll get a daily closure below that level. I think if you're looking for buy, I think this is a region. We've traded within this region a lot here. So I think this should signify the bottom. That last candle didn't close below. I think if it did close below this level here at 10 cent, it could probably come down to this region around here, but currently I think this is the area to buy before we do start to push on again. I know I'm not sure you can trade it in dollars, to be honest, but yeah, I reckon that's a bottom, to be honest, mate. Have you personally gone in community premium on SwissBorg and holding with 2000 CHSB? Yes, I have. I actually bought 2000 CHSB probably 3-4 months ago, and I was just staking it on there for a while, made a little bit, and then I've locked that amount up. I've locked to 2000 CHSB up. I would have shown someone earlier on. Where's SwissBorg? So these are the rates that you get. So this is community premium 2000. 1.5 times yield of a standard account. So if you're holding USDC on there, you get 11.25%. CHSB, if you want to lock that up, you get 6%, Ethereum 5%, and then BTC can get 4.1%. So even if you're holding BTC long term and you're not worried about selling it, then it could be a good idea to put your BTC in that and earn that passive yield, because stacking sats for free is definitely worth it. Some nice buys coming in for Bitcoin here. If one had marking it, it would be $1. Well, it was close, wasn't it, Chris? I mean, it popped up to 94 cent, I think it was. Retraced from there. But the entire market's on a bit of retracement anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. Raven coin has done nothing. It's not actually, has it? And there are projects want me to cover them, and I'll wrap this stream up. Bull run over, guys. Definitely not over. BTC dominance is still low, isn't it? I mean, we're still down at 43%. We've had no reaction yet. That was a bottom last time. That's a bottom this time. We have had a relief bounce here. I'm expecting it to come down here at some point this year still, to be honest. Bull run is dead. We've got a perma bear in here. Anyway, I'm going to wrap that up today, guys. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I'll do another stream probably over the weekend, so how about our beloved ESD? I'll tell you what, I'll look at RSL and I'll wrap this stream up. Again, pretty much similar scenario. These alt levels I've got marked up. Just look at the 4 hour. You're looking down towards this region around here. This is a 618 overall, so you're looking at about 3 cents, I think, if you wanted to top up an RSR. Yeah, so thanks everybody for tuning in today. If you're new here, then make sure you're subscribed. Try and do 2 or 3 streams a week, just talking about altcoins and just some general AMA stuff. So yeah, I'll catch you next time.